Me. Yeah, computer's still acting weird, but I think it's gonna work now. Yeah. Frankly, terrible. By the way, it says I made zero mistakes, zero blunders, zero missed wins. You fought back, but not quickly enough. Bishop f3, I didn't play. It just made a move. I didn't touch the mouse. Like the engine played Bishop f3. I mean, like my laptop just played it on its own. That's a pretty good move. Of all the legal moves it could play, Bishop f3 is probably like top four. So I mean, that's yeah, that's funny. That's amazing. Yeah, first time beating a GM, very funny. All right, uh, he'll tell everybody he beat a GM too. That's how things go. You did it. That's right. Uh, Bishop f3. Yeah, considering I didn't play Bishop f3, that's a pretty good move. My laptop just played Bishop f3. Yeah, it's hard to explain what happened, but imagine if you had windows and they were all just moving around insanely, and that other windows were popping up that you didn't do anything. Like the computer's like opening things, opening programs, and it was happening on my monitor and my laptop, and it was crazy. And then when I rebooted my laptop, my OBS icon on the bottom is gone. It's not there. So I had to go open OBS some other way. So that was weird. Yeah. That's right. Fen Beingold, yeah. I'd rematch you, but I don't know how. Isn't there a way to rematch you so I can beat the hell out of you? Damn. Output Coupler subscribed tier 2. Hooray. Yeah, it was very strange. Like the computer just went totally nuts. I mean, I'm sure it's because I just spilled a little soup or it got too hot on my computer because my soup was on it. I don't know. Or both. Yeah. Yeah, it was, I didn't spill 0% of my soup, but I spilled less than 1% of it. It wasn't a lot of soup. I spilled more on my computer before. Yeah. Very suspicious. The only Macedonia left? No. All right, well, what are you going to do? Topher Mitz, that's 3-2 rated is wrong. It has to be 3-minute unrated. All right. Very suspicious. $1,800? Brazil? Man. Only one out of a Brazilian players is 1,800. It's the Chigorin. Yeah, my computer went nuts. God damn. It's funny when occasionally, like once every 4 months, 5 months ish, when I close like the chess.com window or something, and then OBS goes insane, and like the window, it was like that, but it was different. But it was similar to that like insanity that I've seen before, but it's slightly different. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Call Chromecast and blame them. Gotta blame somebody. No, now we have no viewers. Boo. 700 viewers left. They have to stick it out. Maybe he won't see his bishops hanging. Yay, food. That'll get me more viewers. Maybe he won't see his queens hanging. Maybe he won't see his bishops hanging. Damn, this guy's too good. Now my pawn's hanging, I won't see it. Darn. Did you want to play again? Do I want to? 1800, huh? Dun, dun. Hooray! No, we'll just say that I won the game that ended. Well, I'll have chess.com reverse the result. I'll just tell them to adjudicate it, so it'll show up as a 0 on your thing. Otherwise, you'll tell everybody you beat me. So we'll get Danny Wrench on that right away. Let's see. Time for another train. So let me ask you guys a serious question. This is actually serious. And probably you guys don't know the answer. Let's say that I'm streaming, and then I have a train, and then the train ends, and then I leave my stream like I just did, but on purpose, and then I stream again. Can I get another train right away? Or it has to be an hour after the last train, even though this is a different stream? We could probably find out now. I wonder if I can get a train immediately, or they just go from an hour from the last train. Be weird. One way to find out. Posted in the media section of Discord. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. 100 centidues. Hooray. I mean, it makes sense that you should wait an hour. Otherwise, you could, do some tricky stuff. I just accepted somebody and it went away. That was weird. 200 centidues, Bishop takes. 100 centidues with lots of letters. I don't understand what it says. But thanks. Nostel PSUM. All right. Wait, what's happening? You cannot accept the challenge at this moment? I'm clicking accept, and the computer's like, no. 1,000 centidues. Well, that answers that question. We can't have a train. Polar Bear ABC 1,000. Grant Cardin 1,500. Thanks, guys. So, yeah, my computer went insane, so I rebooted my computer, and now I guess it works. Maybe. Happy plays Dota. Oh, Harry plays Dota. That makes more sense. Unless it's Happy Gilmore. Yay, thank you. Thanks for the sub. Yeah, so leaving your stream and streaming again doesn't give you train rights. They know it when it's been an hour. Amazon's too tricky. I didn't stream yesterday, so today I'll stream twice. Makes sense? $99 centidues. Hooray. Thanks for the 99 centidues. Logged me out, so the challenge went away. Just challenge me again and tell me what your name is. Wild Samu, 100 centidues. Hooray. 12-hour stream. It'll be 6 streams of 2 hours each. I am streaming early tomorrow, about 11 a.m., you give or take, something like that. I'm going to stream, then I'm going to raid Karen when my stream is done, and we're going to end all of the streams between 3 and 5 so we can watch the Super Bowl at home. So maybe like I'll stream 11 to 2, and she'll do 2 to 4, something like that. No, my viewers all left. Boo, boo. My viewers are bad, and they should feel bad. Let's see, this sack might work. You never know. I'm a grandmaster. Don't take it. That'll scare him. Rosa, no. He's probably going to have his stream messed up too because he likes to copy me. Terrible. Playing crazy moves gives you more time to eat. Who am I for? Me. Go, Ben. Good question. It's Pandemonium. My stream's Pandemonium. I just stop streaming and start right again. His king is safe, except for one thing. What's for dinner? Food. Go soup. $499 viewers. 999. These pieces are defending his king, except for one thing. Zero mistakes, zero blunders, zero missed win. Nice comeback win. I was white. How can I make zero mistakes with white and have a comeback win? Don't call it a comeback. All right, now who was complaining the most in the chat? Like, I challenged you. The challenge went away. All right, Chop Chop, you challenged rated. Has to be unrated. Everybody else did good. Who was complaining the most? All of you were complaining? It's a broad noodle. That's a Seinfeld reference. Yeah. Me, I complained. You guys didn't complain enough, so teach you guys not to complain enough. The more you donate, the less you have to complain. What's this guy's rating? The mistake was accepting the challenge. No, 95, I just play Queen H6. I never know whether to go here or here, or here, or here. I don't know. I need lessons from Eric Rosen. Lessons on how to suck. Oh, snap. Gotcha, bitch. I guess Eric Rosen's giving me lessons how to suck on Tuesday. I hope somebody clipped that. That's pretty funny. Man, I need some eating lessons, too. I just spill it everywhere. The computer breaks. Put in an H. That's correct. That's right. I want a new computer. I got to break this one first. Well, I don't have any compensation now. Boo, boo. I have to play some unsound peace sack. That's pretty unsound. Let's do that. I'm a grandmaster. Don't take it. Ooh, aw. I waved my hands and everything. Darn. Don't forget, I'm a grandmaster. Don't take it. Soup. Man, Queen D2 instantly. God damn. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I see you. Well, I don't know what to do now. Yeah, queen e2 is a good move. God damn. Always retreat. I don't know, maybe here. Nah. Here. Yeah, okay. Man, no time, lost position, etc. Opponent's playing too good. Terrible. Soup. Maybe f5. Yeah, queen g3 is no good. Remember, don't talk about chess, guys. Just donate. Chess ain't your game. Maybe you should have a spelling contest. Time situation is not very good. No. And now he wants to mate me. Damn. Always sack the exchange. I'm waiting for him to earn his rating, but he hasn't done it yet. All he does is just crush me. But someday he'll earn his rating. Someday. You can do it. Earn that rating. Let's see. 30 seconds. It's not good. He's got to earn that rating. Well, I'm down a lot of pieces. God damn. B3. I'm down so many pieces. It's not good. 20 seconds to 50. No. 14 seconds. He's too good. Carry the 1. I win. Now, first of all, I'm mad at all of you because you thought I was going to lose. So I'm really mad at you guys. You guys were in the chat. I was reading the chat. But I assume you're like, Ben's going to lose. And I was like mad during the game because like the last 15 moves of the game, I thought I was going to win. And I was like, man, in the chat, they think I'm going to lose. You guys should be ashamed. At least I promoted to a knight. Terrible. Yeah, you should all be ashamed. You all thought I was going to lose. All of you. Maybe not Karen. No, I just haven't shaved. I'm not growing the beard. Eating like a 4-year-old. No, 4-year-olds tend to chew their food. You're so hungry you need Arby's. No. It's weird. It says I made 1 blunder, 0 mistakes. I mean, I got crushed. God damn. Let's analyze. Ooh. Yummy. I was 4 years old before you were born. I just hope you're all ashamed that you thought I would lose. I couldn't believe how well he played, so I was choking to death. Well, I played 73, and he played 98.5, although, obviously, he didn't play well at the end, because he was probably making his own moves. Very suspicious. God. Swamp Donkey are ours. Donkey Ross subscribe. Thank you. It's possible that wasn't the most honest opponent. I was in Reykjavik in 1990. Very suspicious. I don't know if he was cheating, but you know. I mean, I do know. Nick32681 subscribed. Anyway, I'm very impressed at myself for playing 73 and winning. He played 27 best moves, 4 excellent, 3 good, 3 book. 1 inaccuracy, 0 mistakes, 0 blunders, 0 missed wins. 98.5. God damn. Yay, another train. Yeah, so probably not the most honest opponent. Let's see. We'll have him check it. I don't know how to do anything. Check it. Let's see. Report. Cheating. May be a cheater. I don't know. What do you think? Etc. Mainly, etc. Plus tax. Man, with that, they're going to get right on this case with all that. 300 cents to dues. Hooray. Maybe a cheater. I don't know. What do you think? All right. You know, who knows? Maybe he's just a good player. He's 1,400, but maybe like he never plays Blitz, and this is like his second game, and he's 2,400. And I don't know. And who knows? All right, it's Dominic. Your games look like that. Go, Dominic. Sir Diva D, 100. Hey, Dominic, pay attention. I got a funny story for you. Lacto Taco Tuesdays. Man, good handle. Nick32681 subscribe. Thanks for all the subs, guys. Swamp Donkey RIS gave 5 subs. Dominic gave 10 subs. God damn. Okay, here's what happened, Dominic. This was 2 days ago or yesterday. I forgot. I'm playing blackjack. I'm done playing. Karen's playing poker. I go over there. Eventually, there's an empty seat at her table, so I sit down. It's 1-2 blinds. Minimum buy-in's $100 US. Maximum's $200. The players are probably worse than they usually are. Okay. So first hand, I think it was the first hand that I sat down. I think so. Might have been the second hand. I get quad nines, and after the flop, it's just me and Karen. So I'm just checking because that's, and Karen fills up on the turn. She has kings full. I know she has kings full, and I check, and she bets like a lot of money. So, I mean, I don't know. I think in that game, it's better if I have money instead of Karen. If it was better for Karen to have money instead of me, I could fold and hope nobody knows I have a 9. But okay, I didn't want to do anything unethical, so I just raised because that's ethical. And she called, and I won everything. I had her cover, or she had me covered, so she had some chips left. But yeah, and then another hand was similar, and she went at me again, and so I called, and she had me beat. The third hand, I'm always trying to check it down, and Karen's always betting into me when we're heads up. So we're paying the rake instead of not paying the rake, but she doesn't know that. Anyway, I won the third hand, but I told her like if we check it down, we're not going to pay rake. But I don't know. It doesn't matter that much. It's just funny that I always try to check it down with her, and she's always trying to, take all my chips. Truth hurts. Yeah. But anyway, Karen got a royal flush yesterday, and at the casino, they have the high hand every hour gets $100, and she had a royal flush, so she got the $100. So that was cool. Hooray. Yeah. That's right. Well, it wasn't collusion because I raised her with my quads. It was funny. One time, I used to go with a friend of mine to the casino in Canada before you guys were born, and they always suspected we were colluding. And on one hand, we were raising, and everybody was getting out, and they were looking at us funny. And then we both went all in, and we turned our cards over, and I had top pair, top kicker, and he had bottom 2 pair, so I lost. But yeah, they were like, oh, okay. They just thought like we're betting, and then we're going to not show our hands and take their money. And like, we don't do that. I'm Grandmaster. I mean, I was an IM then, so maybe I could have done it. But, I was Grandmaster strength. But, yeah. Frankly, terrible. Yesterday, I lost a big pot to a woman who was complaining a lot about my play. I had Queen 9 with the 9 of diamonds, and the flop was Queen Jack, like 3 with 3 diamonds. And I made like a $50 bet, which is like $1 billion in that casino. And she had pocket kings, and she gave like a 10-minute speech. She was like, 4 score, and 7 years ago, I had pocket aces, and now I have pocket kings. Why did you bet 50? She talked for 10 minutes straight, and then she's like, okay, I call. But I mean, she almost folded. And then, of course I didn't hit anything, so I lost. But I mean, that was the longest speech I've ever heard. I mean, she should be like a speechwriter for the pros when they want to make a speech. So that was funny. Yeah. Etc. Yeah, the blinds are 1-2 and the 100-200 buy-in. I finished with like $500-600. I won some money. The players aren't so good. Not so good. Yeah, I spilled more stuff. Hooray. Go train. I forgot there was a train. The train ended. No. Man, I spilled more on my computer. Hope it goes crazy again. That was funny. Dominic, you weren't here. Thanks for the 10 subs, by the way. You weren't here earlier in the stream, unless you were. But some of you weren't. So, there was a hand where, after the flop, it was heads up, and the guy was really excited. And he was betting, and I never saw a guy so happy. And then there was another guy who was a tight player, and he was calling and raising. And the excited guy was, like, really excited. So they got all their money in, after the turn, and the river came, and the guy turned his hand over, the calm guy, he had two pair. And then the guy who was excited, he had a straight, so he won. And then it turned out he flopped a straight draw, and then he got the straight on the river. And the reason he was so excited and betting and like, you had to be there, he thought he had the straight. So he thought the river didn't matter. And when the river came and he won straight and he was all happy, he was like, yeah, I flopped it. And everybody's like, you got it on the river. And he's like, no, I flopped it. And I think right now, a day later, I think he thinks he flopped it. He didn't believe anybody. He's like, no, I got it on the flop. So that's the kind of game I'm playing in. Yeah, he was really happy when the flop came. He's like, I got a straight. Yeah, exactly. Yay, royal flush. Yeah. But yeah, that was pretty funny. He was like, I don't care what the river is, I got a straight. And we were like, oh, you got one now. Man, that guy was excited when he was betting. Because he folded a lot, but when he was betting, he had an extra hand. He was like, where's my chips so I can put them in? How can you play in this game? You go to a casino and play poker. What? Yeah. I saw a video from a few years ago on YouTube this morning. And it was Esfandiari, and he was playing heads up. It was the heads up like NBC tournament against James Cates. And the guy's more famous by his moniker. Also, it might not be James Cates. Daniel Cates? Daniel Cates, I think. Yeah, Jungleman. And Jungleman had 2-4, and the flop was ace-3, 8. The flop was ace-8-3, and Esfandiari had 8-3, so he flopped 2 pair. And Jungleman had the straight draw, to the 5. And then there was a bet call on the flop. On the turn was a 5, so Jungleman has a straight. Esfandiari bet. Jungleman called like a pretty big bet for the heads up. Then the river came I think it was another ace. And I think Esfandiari did not like the ace on the river, obviously. So he checked. Jungleman checked. He showed the 8-3, and the announcers are like, yeah, Jungleman wins. He has a straight. And Jungleman mucked. And then people in the chat, not in the chat, the comments on YouTube, they were like, well, he knew he had the straight on the turn because he called this big bet. Then he forgot he had a straight. The other comment was, maybe he thought that Esfandiari had a full house because he had 3 pair. And the other comment was, maybe Jungleman bet more money on Esfandiari than he would for winning the match, so he intentionally lost. Those were the 3 comments of note on that hand. It's weird that he mucked his hand because, as one guy pointed out, it seems pretty certain he knew he had the straight on the turn because he can't call that bet otherwise. So it was weird. Yeah. YouTube is terrible. Well, yeah, but yeah. I mean, obviously there's the famous hand where Ivy has a flush and doesn't know it. Or was it a straight? I think it was a flush. And he just mucked, but he never knew he had whatever he had. Jungleman, I think, knew he had a straight, and then he forgot, or he thought the guy had a full house. So I don't know. It was weird. Yeah, very suspicious. Anyway, we'll never know. Or maybe, I don't know. Yeah. He doesn't want to give any info away, so he mucked, but he won the hand. So he could give information away by turning his hand over, taking all the chips. Yeah. Worst comments in the history of the internet. Come on, Dominic. Have you been on the internet for a long time? God damn. Yeah. Yeah. It seems like when he called the turn, he knew he had the straight. So either he forgot he had the straight. He thought that Esfandiari had a full house, or he, on purpose, dumped chips, lost the hand. Which, he was ahead of the match. So why would he be ahead in the match if he was losing on purpose? So I don't know. Very suspicious. Yeah. Anyway, that's why he's the jungle man. Because, welcome to the jungle. We got fun in games. Very suspicious. One of my favorite hands on TV was there were like 3 or 4 players left in a PLO tournament, and they were all famous. This is like 15 years ago. And the hand ended, and the guy said straight, like one of the players. And you couldn't legally have a straight. There was no straight. No matter what his cards were, there was no straight. So the other guys were like sort of laughing, but, not really, like not out loud, like, And then the dealer's like, you don't have a straight. And the guy's like looking, and he's, it was funny. PLO's tough. Yeah. Harsh. There's 2 PLOs, and that's the tougher one. Yeah. And so forth. Mainly and so forth. What's this guy's rating? 400, and he plays better than me? Damn. 7 centidues. Thank you. I think it's 7-4, and maybe it's 8. Yeah. Bob Schiaffoni, who's a good friend of mine, and he co-wrote a book with me. He's a famous poker player. He's told me some very funny stories. And one of my favorites was, it was pot limit, and I don't know how many players were at the table, but at some point, the 3 remaining players were Mike Sexton, Bob Schiaffoni, and Phil Hellmuth. So Phil Hellmuth bet on the flop, I guess, and then Sexton called and Schiaffoni called. And so at this point, Schiaffoni explains to me, it's 100% Hellmuth has the worst hand, and it's likely Sexton and Schiaffoni are going to chop at this point. Then when the next card came, Hellmuth bet again, and Bob Schiaffoni said, that's like the worst play I've ever seen. That's what he said to me. But having Bob tell this story is really funny. Wait, what's happening? What's going on? He didn't take my bishop. He doesn't want triple pawns, I guess. Okay. By the way, a student of mine, before you guys were born, he was 1400 USCF. That was his rating. And he had the black pieces, and his opponent played bishop b2, takes a knight on f6. And so he has to play gf, because there was no other recapture. And he didn't. He just played some move in a slow game. So he just gave, like my opponent just gave a knight away. And after the game, I asked him about it, and he said, oh, I didn't want to mess up my pawns on the king side. And he's 1400, he figures giving a piece away is better. Anyway, he won, which was funny. So it was a free lesson. Yeah. Well, Ivy didn't win the hand that he mucked. Yeah. Anyway, Schiaffoni and Sexton split the pot at the end, but yeah. When I was at the World Series once before you guys were born, and I was watching a cash game, and it was Hellmuth and like 7 guys I didn't know. I never saw any of them. And I think they were playing like deuce to 7. They were playing some game I've never seen before. It might have been deuce to 7 or triple low draw or whatever it's called. They were playing something like that. Anyway, the point of the story was I was standing there watching, and after a minute and a half, I was sure Hellmuth was by far the worst player at the table. Like, by far. I was like, I don't know who these other weirdos are, and they look pretty weird, but they knew how to play the game and he didn't. Yeah. He was just giving his money away. I don't know. He's like, here's my money, I don't want it. Yeah, that was funny. And then that's when I realized how tall Phil Hellmuth was. because he's pretty tall. Afron Pie subscribed. Hooray! Did you watch Dan Smith? I did see that. I think my friend Aviv, who I've talked about on stream, I think he used to give Dan Smith lessons when Dan was like 1,1500, before we were all born. And then we were born, so then things changed. Let's see, I'm losing on time. I'm losing on the board. My opponent's 400. I'm dating a virgin. Something has to give. Let's see. Yeah, deuce to 7, cash game. I don't know the rules of deuce to 7, but I would bet on myself against Helmuth. I don't know how to play, but I don't care. I mean, it seemed like he was just intentionally giving them his money, like it's your turn, it's your turn, it's your turn. It's ridiculous, frankly. But he was pretty tall, so I'll give him that. Hooray! Thanks, Tyler P1K. Yay. Yeah, it did seem miserable. Yeah. Yay, soup. I got most of my viewers back. When I used to play a lot of poker, god damn. Anyway, we would play at all the casinos in Detroit and online and in our dreams and in space and on the moon and on buses. But anyway, there was a guy, we had a nickname for him, but I forgot what it was. Thanks for the 200 centidues, Grungewort. He didn't know what was going on. He wasn't pretending, he just didn't know what was going on. So, my friend was involved in a few hands with him, and my friend's like, well, I can't read him because he doesn't know what's going on. So, when the hand's over, and the guy would bet, the guy was betting, the guy didn't know what was going on. So, one hand was funny. My friend had very good hand, like a full house. Yeah, he had a full house, and he bet on the river, and the guy called. So it's 100% my friend won, because if the guy could beat a full house, he would have raised. And my friend's like full house, and the guy showed a better hand, either a better full house or 4 of a kind or straight flush, something. And the guy would show his cards, and then he would just wait for things to happen. Like, he didn't know if he won or not. That's why he would call, because I don't think he knew what was going on. And there was another hand where, like, my friend bluffed, and the guy called, and he's like, oh, well, I have, nothing. And the guy's like, yeah, you win. Or he just turned his cards over, and he didn't know, he just put money in, and he said, here's my cards. So it was funny, And then my favorite story from Canada, even funnier than when the guy couldn't find his $100 chip and it landed in my friend's shoe. I like this story better. There used to be 2 weightlifters, or what are they called? Bodybuilders, who came to the casino and played. And one was okay. One knew how to play poker. The other one didn't. And the other one was bigger, the one who didn't know how to play. So we called him the Monster, because if you saw him, you'd know why we called him the Monster. Anyway, one hand, the flop came and he lit up, oh my God. And he went all in and he pushed all his chips in, and he was like the happiest moment of his life, right? And so everybody folded, and some guy who didn't come to the casino often, he said, I call, and we all on the floor laughing. That was one of the funniest, I mean, if you had 5 aces, you would fold there. Anyway, the guy had quads, obviously, the Monster, and he won. But it was funny the way he went all in. I've never seen a guy that happy. He's a monster. Yeah. I used to make fun of him and tease him until I was going to kick his ass, and he would laugh, because nobody's kicking his ass. Like Shaq would have ran away crying. Yeah. But yeah, I used to tease him anyway because he knew I was kidding. If he didn't know I was kidding, god damn, I got my ass kicked. The monster. I miss the monster. All right, and I'll give my last poker story, and hopefully Dominic's listening to this one. I used to play all the time at the Diamond Club in New York before Giuliani, locked it up. Bastard. Anyway, there was a guy there named Patrice, and we played, pay attention, we played 4-8 limit. Okay, now Dominic, don't hang yourself. Don't do it. Dominic, it's okay. It's okay. I only play no limit now. It's okay. So I'm playing 4-8 limit. And there was a guy, Patrice, and if it got to heads up any point in the hand, there were unlimited raises. But if it was not heads up, there was a 3-raise limit. Now Dominic's really getting upset. Dominic's like crying right now. He's like, I don't want to hear this. Okay. Patrice, on average, would lose $1,500 a night in that game. Okay, so after this went on for several months, Patrice told a friend of his, if I make a bad play, I'm going to give you $100. You just say that was like a really bad play. So I'm going to play better so I don't lose so much. And the guy's like, okay. And Patrice would give the guy $100 all the time. And after like a week, he says, okay, never mind. I can't keep giving you $100. He's like, all right, I give up. I'll just keep playing bad and not give you $100. Yeah, that's right, Shanghai check. I don't know. Yeah, check raising's allowed. But there's also unlimited raises if it's heads up. So, yeah. Yeah, unbelievable. Man. Oh, yeah, I have a funny story about a kill. Okay, I've told this story before, but you guys weren't listening. So, I lived in Brooklyn, and I drove to Boston for the Bridge Nationals, and I played with Wes. And I don't know, so I was living in Brooklyn, so this was 1999 in the fall, or it was 2000 in the winter. I think it was 1999 in the fall. The Fall Nationals in Boston, 1999, Bridge. So I have two stories. One is I was walking in a mall near the Bridge tournament, and some guy said, oh, Ben Feingold. And I said, oh, hey. And it was Malcolm Payne. And I hadn't seen Malcolm Payne in 10 years, but he still recognized me immediately. So I was surprised at that. He was there because he's chess and bridge, and he's like one of the sponsors, I guess, of the bridge players from England. Okay. But anyway, that's not the story. So on Saturday or Sunday, I don't remember which day it was. I guess it was Saturday. Might have been Sunday. I played 4 sessions of bridge. I played 9 a.m., 1 p.m., 7 p.m., and then I played the midnight knockouts. I didn't have any teammates, so I found 3 guys, and we got knocked out the first round. So we finished to about 1, and I drove to Foxwoods. I got to Foxwoods at 2:30, okay, in the morning. I played poker for 12 hours, and then I went to Norwalk, Connecticut, and picked up Spencer at his mom's. And I drove from Norwalk to Brooklyn. Driving from Norwalk to Brooklyn is the tiredest anybody's ever been ever. Nobody's ever been more tired than I was driving from Norwalk to Brooklyn. I can't believe I made it. The story is, there's a kill. The reason you guys remind me because of the kill pot. We were playing like 5-10 limit, but it was like 10-20 kill pot or something. This hand in particular. And I had pocket kings, and the flop was king jack 9. And I raised before the flop and got 1 caller. The flop came king jack 9. I bet, and the guy called, and the turn was a deuce. And I bet he raised, I raised, he raised, I raised, he raised. I would say 4 raises each, but I'm guessing. Might have been 5, might have been 6, but it was at least 4. And then when he raised the last time, I stopped and I said to myself, don't I have the nuts? Like to myself. I was like, oh, queen 10. Okay. This was all in my head. So I called, and the river was a deuce, and the whole table groaned. because they knew I had kings full and he had the straight. So he checked, I bet, he called, and I won. And it was a huge pot. I mean, it was hundreds. So that was funny. I mean, it wasn't funny for the other guy, but it was funny for me. So the truth hurts. Man, I mean, I was so tired Norwalk to Brooklyn. Nobody's ever been that tired. I can't believe Spencer and I are alive. Damn. Because I woke up at like 8 in the morning and I played bridge and poker and drove nonstop for, I don't know how many hours that is. A lot of hours. 33 hours. Yeah. Queen 10. Yeah. No, I've never been to Turning Stone. Yeah. Oh, I used to play a lot of poker. Yeah, a lot of poker. So I have a lot of funny stories. I'm at the Motor City Casino before you guys were born, playing poker. At the next table, a fight breaks out. They're punching each other. A guy at the poker table is breaking up the fight. He's a small guy. He stands between them while he's breaking the fight up. He's like calling. He's like still playing poker. He's like, I call and stop fighting. And then he takes out his badge. He's a Detroit City police officer. And they're still fighting. Security took forever to get there. I couldn't believe security wasn't there in like 3 seconds. I mean, it was over a minute of him breaking the fight up. But the funny part wasn't that he was a police officer. The funny part is he was still playing the hand while he was breaking up the fight. He had his chips. He stopped fighting, and I call. Yeah, that was great. Brooklyn to Albuquerque. That is a long drive. God damn. Yeah, I was on a team of people in Detroit. We were at different tables and we split our action. And one of the other guys won the bad beat. So I got several $1,000s, like 7 or 8. In 1984, I went to Ojai, California for the U.S. Junior Championship. Tournament ended, and I stayed with my friend in Beverly Hills, and we played in a tournament in Los Angeles that was like a weekend tournament, like a 5-round weekend tournament. When the weekend tournament was over on Sunday, on either Monday or Tuesday, I don't remember, we flew, me and the friend, we flew from Los Angeles, final destination Moscow. And I was 14 years old. So at some point, my dad and brother said, let's go visit Ben. And they live in Detroit. So they get in the car and they drive from Detroit to Los Angeles. They got to the place in Beverly Hills that I was staying at in time to drive us to the airport. And they didn't stop driving. They drove forever. And they picked us up at the house, drove us to the airport, and dropped us off. So I saw them for like 40 minutes. And then that's. I have a lot of stories like that. Yeah, we're doing challenges. I'm busy. Okay, now, this is the best story. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, here's my brother's on right now. Yeah, I'm going to tell him that story too, Mark. Mark's already telling the story I'm going to tell. Mark and my dad were in Michigan. They rented a car, and they drove to Florida to visit my dad's mother. And I was playing in St. John, New Brunswick in the World Chess Festival. This is in February of '88. So the weather's not too good. It's like snowy. And then my dad and brother decided to visit me from Miami in St. John, New Brunswick. So they drove to Miami, then they drove to New Brunswick, then they drove back to Michigan. So there you go. Etc. I mean, I've played a billion hands of poker. All right, back to whatever it is I was doing. Eating soup. You know, you play a lot and you talk to good players about what's happening. That's what you do. like, Dominic, etc. Mainly etc. I stayed in 1990. I want to say 1995, but I could be a year or two off. It could be 93 or 94. I went to Los Angeles, and I stayed with Bob Schiaffoni, who lived in a house in Downey, California, with Dan Harrington and this guy Tab, some Asian super high roller guy. And they were telling me, Dan and Bob, they said, we can't afford to play in the games Tab plays in. He plays for an insane amount of money. Yeah. Anyway, so I played Dan Harrington some chess because he was about 2,300. And I said, I don't even know if I knew how to play poker then. I guess I did. And I said to Dan, isn't being good at poker just playing people who are worse than you? And he said, that is a good idea. Obviously, if you want to get better, you got to play people who are good. But if you want to win, right then you got to play with Rufus and Doofus. Luckily, there's a lot of Rufus and Doofus. Luckily. Got to be Rufus and Doofus somewhere. Yeah, Dan Harrington was a great tournament player. Wrote some good books, too. The Truth Hurts. Man, I've never seen anybody spell Schiaffoni so badly. Do you know Bill Melvin? Bill Melvin and his son have been to our club several times. So, yeah. What's his son's name? Man, I know his son's name. I can't think of it. I don't know why. Bill Melvin. I mean, the last name is Melvin, but... Yeah. How do you spell Schiaffoni? Ciaffone. I never played in a tournament at the World Series of Poker, but if they have it this year, Karen and I are going to play. If they have it. COVID. So, look for us to play. So now Dominic's going to play for sure because he's got 2 fish he can eat up. I don't know. Check is good. He's 1,100, so he'll just take the queen. Seamus, what? No, Ciaffone. I played online poker like a billion hands, until we couldn't. Then I haven't played. I'm busy. I mean, 15, 20 years ago, I played a billion hands online. At least. Losing on time, losing on the board, choking on my rage. Also, I think you can play in Michigan now on one of the sites. Like just recently. Go Michigan. Yeah, we live in Georgia, so we can't do anything. There's no gambling in Georgia except for the lottery. Like the state lottery. There's no casinos, there's no horse tracks, nothing. The North Carolina casino that we've been to twice, that's 2.5, 3 hour drive. Hope I can beat this guy on time. He's 1,100. I certainly can't beat him on the board, so I gotta do something. Maybe I should play him poker. Yeah, it was bad. When Karen and I played poker last time, I flopped the nuts and security came in and threw me out. We weren't playing poker. I just flopped the nuts. Yeah, that was unfortunate. 3 mistakes, 1 blunder, Papa John's. Tomorrow will be European friendly or something. I don't know. Shot we don't like it. Also, the Sharif don't like it. Direct the cash bar. Almost a pure mates. Yeah, what about E7? Terrible. Some people just don't want to play. Drop the bombs between the minarets. Yay, I won. Hooray. With all my storytelling, everybody left. He does think it's not kosher. It's true. Dun, 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 dun. Didn't this already happen? I think so. Yeah, the stream's working. This guy's not as bad as he plays. He plays better than I do. Let's see, PSAC looks bad. I was up 300 when the room got raided by the Dallas PD. God damn. Truth hurts. Never play F6. I guess I have to take that then. Suddenly down 500, yeah. Who would have thought the police wouldn't be nice about it? One is one gifted a sub. That reminds me of a funny story. Thanks, one is one. When I was a kid, I would say I was maybe 12 or 13, but I'm guessing. But I'm close. I was playing in the Michigan, junior championship or something like that. And in one of the sections, not mine, in like the whatever, 2 players got perfect scores, 5 out of 5, and the director said this guy's first, this guy's second because of tie breaks. And one of the kids was I think Chinese, and his dad's English wasn't great, but it was okay. It wasn't perfect. So he complained, and he said, well, my son won all of his games, so how is he second? And they explained what tie breaks were, but he didn't understand what tie breaks were. So his argument, when he didn't understand what tie breaks were, he said 5 is 5. And then they would say something in return, and he would respond, 5 is 5. And he said 5 is 5 at least 8 times. When they would say, whatever they said, he would say 5 is 5. Okay, so at the end of him saying 5 is 5 as many times as he could, they eventually agreed that they would send him in the mail a plaque that said co-champion or champion or first, and they would both be first. Okay. Then the magazine came out, the Michigan Chess Magazine, and it had the article on the tournament. And the article said these two players got 5 out of 5, and as in long-standing Michigan chess tradition, they were declared co-champions. That's what the article said. Long-standing. Yeah. 5 is 5. Yeah. Right. It was a long-standing tradition they just made up. Yeah. Let's see. I take you, you take me, but I want a piece on F3. That's how the song goes, right? Look, 5 is 5. I don't want to hear any argument. He's right. 5 is 5. Yay, 300 centimeters. AD2 US Open by Marfia. Oh yeah, I know exactly what it says. Jim Marfia, by the way, if you don't know, is a guy who translated the Bronstein book Zurich 53. Jim Marfia translated from the Russian. That's the same guy. So if you have the book Zurich 53, okay, his pawns can both move. It says translated by Jim Marfia. Yeah, that's a great book. It has the game that I won against Sorensen. Which I've shown before. That tournament was at Radisson, I think, the AD2 US Open in St. Paul. And one of the floors Van Halen was staying at, they had the whole floor. Go Van Halen or something. They're pretty popular in 82. Yeah, but that story doesn't ring true, the one that he wrote in the book. I know the story. I mean, my brother Mark, who's here now, he was never badly behaved ever. He was just quiet. So, I mean, Jim Marfia didn't play a lot of chess then, and he lived on the other side of the state, so we didn't see him very often. So most of what he wrote is shallow and pedantic. Five is 5. Two knights, what else? Go, Ben. Okay, it's time for the last train. Let's go, people. We got like no donations this stream. The last stream was good, the one an hour ago, but this one. Although actually, Dominic did pretty well. Go, Dominic. Yay, knights are better than bishops, I guess. Go, Thaddeus. That was the last stream with Thaddeus. Northby never blunders. Wait, what's happening here? What are you, 400? Oh. You played just as good as I did until you hung everything. How come I can't play better than 400s? I have to wait for them to hang everything. Why can't I outplay them with my great strategy? Damn. They started giving out co-champion trophies, I think, right there. B5, earning his rating. Second place, no. It was a spice cake, that's right. Is it stalemate yet? Okay, not yet. I don't know. Let's see, he'll probably take and then mate. Yeah. I know how to trick a 400. 0 mistakes, 0 blunders. Papa John's, it says. Bobby Fischer's uncle, and he's Canadian. Damn. Bobby Fischer's uncle must be over 100. Let's see. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. And your children's children. Mm-hmm. I ban you, you ban me. Everybody's banned, etc. Man, I lost so many viewers because I stopped streaming. Yeah, that'll do it. Everybody's banned. Okay, rank the following 3 people in order of how crazy they are. The Papa John's guy that they got rid of. Who's that guy that's a real idiot? He has the podcast. Joe Rogan. And who's the third one? Why did I forget the third one? And Elon Musk. Rank those 3 in crazy. The Papa John's guy, Elon Musk, or Joe Rogan. Discuss. Let's see. Now, you can't name people who aren't... No, you got to just name the 3 I gave. No. Stop naming other people. Boo, boo. Boo. Terrible. Man, this guy's too good. He's 1800, so I have to be a little careful. Not too careful. Papa John's guy, heads down. Papa John's. Rogan, not crazy, just phony. This guy's a phony. Like on Family Guy. Papa Joe Musk. Thanks, Ethan Owens. All right, we'll get off that topic. Who's crazier, Marjorie Green, whatever, or Lauren Boebert? Which one of them is crazier? Aha, gotcha. It's not easy being green. Too crazy to measure. Georgia wins in crazy. Hooray. Man, I'm losing on time. I got food here. I don't know what to do with it. The guy's high rated or something. Something's happening. I don't know what it is. Please say I have negative talent. My mom's watching. I'm Seth Rogen. Joe Rogan is my dad. That's funny. Yeah, this guy's got all kinds of funny things. Let's see. McJurgle is gifting a sub. Hooray! Hooray for everybody. All right, now what happened? I have no time on my clock. That's what happened? All right. I'm losing on the board, losing on the clock. The guy's probably funnier than me based on his... I mean, the guy's got everything. How am I supposed to be? The guy's funny and, something. All right, so I'm down a pawn, and I'm down 23 seconds. I mean, that's the best I've been doing the whole game, so I shouldn't complain. I hate paying attention, though. I'm not good at that. I'm good at, like, gentlemanly club life. I've almost caught up on time. So that's good. I thought I could play queen takes f7 check. I guess I can't jump over his bishop on f4. All right. At least he gave me his queen. My plan wasn't very good. Good thing he's Canadian. Go, Ben. Yay, more time, more queens, more threats, Papa John's. Better ingredients. Everybody Wang Chung tonight. 0 mistakes, 2 blunders, 2 missed wins, Papa John's. Damn. In too good of shape. Let's see. What's he doing? Doesn't his e4... No, then I play queen takes bishop. All right, good game, except for one thing. Didn't I play you already? I thought I did. I play you, you play me. All right, that's enough chess. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for all the huge donations and subs and bits. I'll stream around 11 a.m. tomorrow. It could be earlier, it could be later. It's probably not going to be earlier. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Have a good night. Have a good bishop. Have a good etc. Mainly etc. I raid you, you raid me, except you don't raid me. Let's see, should I stop streaming yet? Oh, I forgot to tell you guys about tomorrow.